My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. I truly preach the time to the genuine ones only, and I say that respectfully. I truly hope that you continue to find peace within, regardless to who gave up on you or overlooked you. You matter, you are worthy, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not, and that's okay. I do not energy harvest off innocent people's energy, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I do not steal anyone's destiny or identity, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I do not worship the devil, and I say that respectfully, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay, neighbor. Loving yourself is not a crime, and I say that respectfully. Always be your authentic self with no malicious intentions, regardless of your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, or your age. You matter and you're worthy, regardless of who gave up on you or overlooked you. You matter, and you are worthy. And especially when you're not projecting malicious intentions towards the universe, and I say that respectfully, towards your neighbor. My content is not for everyone. Where do I start? Only to realize when there's an end. Because someone was truly being one-sided. They discriminate against you because you were female. Or you a dude at the end of the day. They want your back to be against the wall. Not understanding your self-reflection. This type of stuff happens every single day. Someone wants you to be penalized at the end of the day because they're truly one-sided, got you in secret competition, and you truly wasn't the issue. Elevating, loving yourself to better yourself. Wow. They didn't understand that you was truly in your lane. You ain't have to discourage nobody. Being a hating disguise, now that wasn't part of your vein. That energy is different when it comes to being blood related. Now we ain't the same. This type of stuff happens every single day. Wow. The only difference between me, you, them, and they is our appetite. But we all bleed the same. But the difference at the end of the day, I'm far from a hater. I don't understand your vision when it comes to your pain, but I know how to respect my neighbor. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding, they always be your authentic self with no malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. It's sad and disturbing to see at the end of the day that this type of stuff happens every single day. Someone's one-sided mindset at the end of the day trying to make someone uncomfortable, being dysfunctional when it comes to their opinion. You want somebody to live in fear. You want somebody to give up because you're dealing with insecurity problems. When someone ain't trying to hurt you at the end of the day, project pain at the end of the day. Dang, neighbor, I hope you truly find peace within to better yourself, to stay in your lane. You got controlling issues at the end of the day. This type of stuff happens every single day, regardless if you're a dude or a chick, projecting negative energy on an innocent person that didn't have to play victim. They knew how to take accountability for their actions. Something that you couldn't get in tune with was knowing your worth. This type of stuff happens every single day. You're not understanding how someone chooses themselves. You're not understanding how someone overcame the mindset of not being their own worst sin and becoming a victim. Trauma and pain was endured with them from a child point of view. Yeah, it went into their adulthood. You're not understanding how I ain't making them dysfunctional. You're not understanding how someone is truly protected to show up for themselves, to better themselves. To love themselves correctly. You're not understanding at the end of the day, everybody ties they shoe differently. You antagonize someone's character at the end of the day. You poke the bear, didn't like the reaction, only to realize you was mentally unstable. Yeah, you need a straight body jacket. Doctor, doctor. Yeah, your diagnosis. Leave innocent people alone. That's your prescription with your bad habits. Always be your authentic self. My content ain't for everybody, and that's okay. They said you're whack, you're corny, you are nobody. They said you're whack, you're corny, you are no. Hold on 1 second. Wait, hold on. God showed me my direction when it came to my faith, something that you couldn't see. It wasn't supposed to be part of your vision. I say that respectfully. I made sure at the end of the day, I chose me when you didn't understand me. I showed up for me when you didn't understand me. I showed up for me when you didn't know how to respect me. I showed up for me when you tried to dim my light at the end of the day. You tried, but you didn't. Because you didn't understand at the end of the day that you was truly miserable. They say misery loves company. You antagonized someone that day and not realizing they truly protected. That was your issue that day, truly one-sided. Someone is showing up for themselves, you doing spoke in a toxic way. You thought you was trying to humble somebody at the end of the day, only to humble yourself. One-sided. It's a thought process, me, jackass. Because someone truly at peace and ain't got to wear a mask. Being real at the end of the day. We are all not the same when it come to common sense. We saw that day. Something that you truly lack, neighbor. This type of stuff happens every single day. How someone is choosing themselves to better themselves. There's always someone with insecurity problems at the end of the day that's trying to dim somebody's light when it comes to their pain. Truly one-sided. That's a bad habit. Ain't no doctor be able to cure you at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. Because you got to understand to get on your knees and truly pray for yourself, not against yourself. Because you're your own worst enemy. Dang. You not understanding how someone is truly smiling when you put them in secret competition only to realize that, dang, neighbor, you was truly one-sided. Yeah! It's only the beginning. God, I don't want to start. Dang, I made you look. You judged me that day because of my sexual orientation. When it came to your pain, you had so much negative stuff to say at the end of the day, only to realize you was truly dysfunctional when it came to your pain. You see how these type of one-sided conversations escalate at the end of the day, only to realize it was a one-sided conversation. It wasn't an even exchange because someone is still truly elevating, something that you couldn't get in tune with, was knowing your worth, neighbor. When someone was truly minding their business, they had malicious intentions. Dang. It really be the thought process for me. How someone could respect you good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, regardless if they know you or not at the end of the day. And all you did was project your pain. You not used to somebody truly being real with you. Checkmate. It really be the thought process for me without running game. The innocent person, I said what I said. Someone allowed their dreams to become their reality. Truly finding peace. To better themselves, to love themselves, to understand what elevation looks like up close in person. Someone knows how it felt that day to be a victim. A child mindset at the end of the day, so dysfunctional, being sexually assaulted. Dang. Dealing with hate, crime, discrimination that went into their adulthood. You put a name in your book when it comes to your mental health, what makes you so dysfunctional. That unhealthy relationship, family at the end of the day. You put a name in your book. Stranger in the street that got you out of character at the end of the day. And you not understanding that how someone has confidence within themselves to stay in their lane and they've been through so much trauma and pain. Yeah, we all want the same. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. It's not a crime to love yourself. It's not a crime to choose you. It's not a crime to think for yourself. They misuse you, they abuse you, made you feel like you're supposed to be mentally unstable, emotionally unbalanced at the end of the day, to understand what common sense looks like up close in person to truly be real. But you wasn't your own worst enemy because you chose you, not pain. That energy is different. They would never relate at the end of the day, regardless of what they say. They change at the end of the day, but they put you in secret competition. How could you possibly say you love yourself, neighbor, when you worried about what I got going on? Because at the end of the day, you shouldn't have to keep up with somebody at the end of the day that can self-reflect, to understand self-control, to understand true self-awareness. Hold on 1 second. Let me think. You know, being a hate in disguise, being jealous and envious at the end of the day, someone who truly means what they said, that they truly love themselves, will truly go within. Not to project pain. And I say that respectfully. Because if you truly love you to show up for you, you wouldn't have excuses to show up and love you. You wearing a mask, only to realize it fell off when you came across a real one at the end of the day. To realize at the end of the day, your lies can't even last. Checkmate. It's sad and disgusting to see how folks play with spellwork in a toxic way to try to make someone dysfunctional when it came to one-sided mind games, only to realize that return back to sender actually works. And someone ain't got to go tick for tack to play with spellwork in that dirty kitchen when it comes to that work. Because they don't move that way. They move on a good God's time because God going to take care of that work. And I say that respectfully. That energy is different. You know, dealing with your karma, something that you ain't going to be able to understand is self-awareness that, dang, you truly paying attention. Because you judged a book by its cover that day. When you should have stayed in your lane. You laughed at someone's pain, only to realize it wasn't an even exchange. You laughed in your own face, only to realize that, dang, now you truly mentally got to go with them because you truly mentally unstable. Checkmate. Wow. This type of stuff happens every single day. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. You know what's so sad and disturbing to see, and I say this respectfully? How a man or a woman can have so much hate and animosity within them to be so against their neighbor. When someone is truly in their lane, the innocent person, they ain't even got to do nothing. I truly hope that you find peace with that neighbor. Someone believes in God, and God is showing up for this person every single day. And you sit there and disrespect your neighbor because your neighbor's able to speak up for themselves. Your neighbor has confidence within themselves. Your neighbor loves themselves. Your neighbor's not going against you at the end of the day, regardless of what projection you're putting into the universe when it comes to that low vibrational negative energy that you can't even go within and see. Because it became the norm, and it's dead wrong. You try to discourage somebody. Try to think that you're going to make somebody feel at the end of the day supposed to lack self-control when someone ain't trying to hurt nobody. You try to dim somebody like God got different order at the end of the day because that child of God, that chosen one, steps was already ordered. Something that you couldn't understand was relating to your own pain. It's a thought process to me. Don't project your insecurities on an innocent person, regardless if you're a male or a female, talking about you real at the end of the day with your malicious intentions. Gang stalking. Yeah, that's really real. Spell work in a toxic way. Yeah, that's really real. Paying this person, paying that person to play somebody close with your ill intentions. And the math don't even add up when it comes to he say, she say. Because they can't even get in tune with themselves to remove the mask, to go within. They dealing with their own trauma and pain. Dang, I went up against that person. I shouldn't have did that day. Karma's really real. It's a thought process to me. This type of stuff happens every single day. An innocent person can truly be minding their business. They outspoken. They authentic self. They can think for themselves that God is stored within them. Not to discourage their neighbor, but uplift their neighbor. Something that you couldn't get in tune with. Because you sitting there blaming abandonment issues when it came to the lack of love and respect. At the end of the day, someone didn't know how to show up for you. When it came to your moms and your pops. And not understanding how someone truly saw their point of view. And you swear up and down at the end of the day, everybody's story is the same and it's not the even exchange. Or that unhealthy relationship, it didn't work out. And you not understanding how someone is truly elevating. Or that stranger in the street tried to antagonize somebody that day, the innocent person. Looking for a reaction, only to realize it was truly one-sided. It was never a competition. It's a thought process to me. How when someone can be themselves, they ain't got to steal no one's identity at the end of the day, let alone energy harvest on an innocent person. Stranger in the street. Family at the end of the day. You put a name in your book. Because this type of stuff happens every single day. When someone doesn't want somebody to see. You know, recognizing their faith that God installed within them. When it comes to their light that God allowed them to understand confidence. Something that you can't relate to. Because you try to dim somebody's light, only realize you're truly paying attention. Because class in session. It's a thought process to me. Be mindful when projecting your insecurities on innocent people. You lied on somebody because you're dealing with insecurity problems. When he say, she say, definitely didn't add up. When that innocent person didn't have to lie at the end of the day on you. And you asking for forgiveness on your knees. Now you truly paying attention. It's a thought process to me. How this type of stuff happens every single day. Hold on one second. Let me say something. If the shoe fit, wear it. It's a thought process for me. My content is not for everybody. It's not. And it's not a crime to be yourself. This type of stuff happens every single day. How somebody tries to dim your light because you know how to respect your neighbor. When someone is not used to someone being authentic and real and a authentic self and able to, hey, I ain't my worst enemy. Regardless of what pain and trauma I've been through. Regardless of who did spoke on me in a toxic way. Regardless who gave me lack of love and respect, who took my kindness so we just shortchanged me. I still know how to respect my neighbor. This type of stuff happens every single day. But then folks is quick to judge a book by its cover. Hello, neighbor. I don't gotta sit here and steal nobody's identity. Ideas. At the end of the day, I could think for myself. I don't gotta apologize to you at the end of the day. But I truly hope God gives you forgiveness, and I say that respectfully. Something that you couldn't relate to was being yourself, neighbor. It's a thought process for me. My content is not for everybody, and that's alright. It's not. But this type of stuff happens every single day. Regardless to how much money somebody has, regardless to how financially stable somebody truly is to have a roof over their head or not at the end of the day, how someone can truly be jealous and envious off of somebody at the end of the day who's in their own lane minding their business. They call you stupid, slow, retarded, and dumb, all types of stuff at the end of the day. Only realize they talking about themselves. They only play in their own face. How you bother an innocent person talking about you real at the end of the day? I can't sit here and say I'm real and kick my neighbor down, but I know one thing for certain, two things for sure. Everybody's not supposed to be part of your journey. And I say that respectfully. You could have somebody in your life 10, 20 years, 4, 5, 6 years, and they could truly be holding you back. And only to realize that, dang, you saying this thing's gonna get better. And only to realize that, dang, the people you truly had around you was truly the problem. Because once you remove them out of your life at the end of the day, everything starts elevating in your life. You start blossoming. Hey, butterfly, you chose yourself that day to recognize at the end of the day, everybody wasn't supposed to be part of your mission. And that's okay. It's not that you thought you was better than anybody, because you knew how to respect somebody when they try to dim your light, energy, harvesting off of your energy at the end of the day. Putting you in secret competition, but they never will say. They will buy you gifts, they would do certain little things at the end of the day to act like they on your side, but at the end of the day, truly against you. This type of stuff happens every single day, and it's so unhealthy. That's why you gotta be mindful and wise at the end of the day to protect your energy. It really be the thought process to me. How someone could be truly praying against you at the end of the day, not praying for you, when they say they got your back, and it was truly one-sided. When you knew how to show up for somebody, and all they did was gaslight you. Because everybody's not supposed to be part of your journey. My content is not for everybody. And I say that respectfully, neighbor. It's a thought process to me. My name is Naya Junior Love Respect. And I am the original owner of all my content. And I say this respectfully. If you don't agree with content I put on a platform, do me a favor. Save your negative energy for your mama. It's the thought process for me, because you should have whipped your ass bothering innocent people. Because I'm pretty sure at the end of the day, something that you learned in school was to keep your hands and feet to yourself at the end of the day. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. It's a thought process to me, even if you didn't learn it in your household. It really be the thought process to me. It's a thought process to me. How a man, and if the shoe fit, then wear it. Because I didn't say your name. But if I bother your insecurities, if I bother your manlyhood, I'm not apologizing because I'm only being my authentic self. And evidently, I trigger something within you that's really bothering you mentally. And I truly hope that you find peace and get the help that you need. But I say this respectfully. As a woman, I love me. And regardless of my sexual orientation, I still love me. But it's the thought process to me. How you can sit here and disrespect me as if I'm doing something wrong when I'm speaking up as to what content I display. If you don't agree with my content, it's so much other content out here. And I say that respectfully. It's so much else to watch, to entertain at the end of the day. And not me. I didn't send for you. You came for me. And it was truly one-sided. I truly hope that you find your peace. But it ain't over here. How you can sit here and disrespect me, antagonize me, try to bring harm towards me, have all this hate and envious towards me, and I don't have to do anything to you. It's the thought process to me. You gang stalk me, and I say that respectfully, and you know who you are. I don't have to disrespect my neighbor. I don't have to go tick for tack at the end of the day to get out of character because God saw what she was doing. It really be the thought process. I mean, I don't worship the devil. But be mindful and wise at the end of the day when judging a book by its cover, because you won't want that projection to be put on your child regardless of their sexual orientation at the end of the day. Someone projecting pain. Or try to manipulate your baby. Or make your baby feel at the end of the day to dim their light when it comes to their confidence. Or make your baby feel at the end of the day they got to watch their back at the end of the day. Because this type of stuff happens every single day. It really be the thought process to me. Regardless if it's me or another innocent person. And regardless of their sexual orientation, their disability, their age, or their religion, or their culture. And I say that respectfully. And this type of behavior happens with women too. How women can be jealous and envious at the end of the day. You sit there and pay this person, pay that person to play somebody close. If the shoe fit, then wear it. Far from mad. But it be the thought process to me how you out here saying that you really real at the end of the day. And you really only dealing with your own insecurities that ain't got nothing to do with me. Or an innocent person. This type of stuff happens every single day. And it's so unhealthy. And it's not the norm. Because for somebody to have this type of hate and animosity within them, people lose their life every single day. People get into situations at the end of the day that they didn't ask for. All because they was their authentic self. Regardless if they go into a schoolhouse, regardless if they go into work, or regardless if they just showing up for themselves everyday situation. It's untold stories behind people like you. Because you was envious. You was jealous. You had insecurity problems. You couldn't go within. Saying at the end of the day, I love me. If you loved you at the end of the day, you wouldn't be a hater towards your neighbor. You wouldn't have all this animosity within you to kick your neighbor down or discourage your neighbor. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. And that's okay. It's a thought process to me. Jealousy and envy definitely doesn't look good on you. It doesn't. There's nothing attractive about you. It's not. And I truly hope that you find your own identity. And I truly hope that you find peace within. And I truly hope that you get the help that you are willing to accept to understand your own reality and face your own music. Because whoever hurt you, it wasn't that innocent person. And for you to project that mindset that someone hurt you, abandoned you, neglected you, didn't show you love, or they didn't know how to respect you, whatever the case may be, this is how you show up to the world to hurt somebody. Self-awareness is very important. Mental health is really real. It's a thought process to me. My content is not for everyone. It's not. and being your authentic self. I say this respectfully. It's not a crime. I'm not doing this for likes and views or comments at the end of the day. I'm not. I'm far from a clout chaser. Never had it in me. But when God allows me to show up to my neighbor, to show my neighbor at the end of the day, hey, you matter, you are worthy. Don't dim your light today. Stop holding you back. Love you. You matter. Don't allow someone to make you feel at the end of the day you can't show up for you to become your best self vision of yourself. It's not going to be an overnight process healing your trauma and your pain. It's not. And it's not a race. I know how to respect my neighbor when they can't even see. I don't got malicious intentions towards my neighbor. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I pray for my neighbor, not against my neighbor. The energy is different. My content is not for everybody, and that is okay. Loving yourself is not a crime. To the genuine ones only, and I say this respectfully, never allow someone to make you feel like you gotta question you when choosing you. You know what you've been through when it came to your trauma and your pain. Healing those wounds, it's not an overnight process. But you choosing you and you not dimming your light when it comes to your confidence, never allow you to shortchange you because someone mistreated you, someone judged you, someone wanted you to live in fear, someone didn't want you to pray for yourself to see your faith within. Someone wanted you to become your own worst enemy because they didn't understand at the end of the day that they was truly having insecurity problems. When it came to their confidence, they truly lacked at the end of the day when it came to self-awareness. You wasn't in competition with nobody. You knew how to respect your neighbor when your neighbor didn't know how to choose them. Your neighbor sat there and played you close. Your neighbor sat there and tried to psych you out your thought process when it came to your opinion. And you wasn't one-sided because you wanted to be on the same page. But they didn't understand common sense when it came to being real because they not used to that. They asking for real people to be in their life to respect them. But all they want to do is just run game. And only for them to realize at the end of the day wasn't even exchange. Because when God removed you out of their life, it was for all the right reasons, for your protection, for all the right direction. Because God closed that door to show you at the end of the day that you are worthy of people showing up for you with no malicious intentions and respect a two-way street. That's what made them so uncomfortable. Because when they try to antagonize your character, to disrespect you, to manipulate you, to antagonize you, try to control a narrative at the end of the day, with their lies and when it came to their mental health, it wasn't even an exchange. It wasn't. It wasn't. But you knew how to respect your neighbor still, regardless of what they was going through. They lied on you. They humiliated you. They threw spell work at you. They wanted you to live in fear. They wanted you to give up. All this toxic behavior, mindset, games at the end of the day. But you remained the same. It was you just continue to elevate and choose you. You matter, you're worthy. My content is not for everybody. It's not. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everybody. And loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. It really isn't. And being a copycat at the end of the day, you're going to fall short when it comes to common sense. And that's being real, somebody that you're truly not. You could take notes all day long. But you can't tell somebody's story better than them. And I say that respectfully. That's where you're going to go wrong. How can somebody be mad at the end of the day when they could truly think for themselves and you got to take notes? You got to take notes on them. To be something that you're truly not, because you're battling your own identity crisis. But you're wearing a mask, but at the end of the day, when you came across a road when the mask fell off and you felt so when it came to common sense, something that you couldn't relate to, because the math wasn't adding up at the end of the day. It's a thought process to me. This type of stuff happens every single day. If the shoe fit, wear it. I ain't put a name to your book, but dang, what a character. I said what I said, leave innocent people alone. It's a thought process to me. Someone is truly smiling, and you try to dim their light when it came to your pain. When someone didn't have to hurt nobody. They understood an even exchange. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. My neighbor's dealing with a crisis at the end of the day when it comes to their mental health. They can't even see themselves woke. But I know how to respect my neighbor. Because God has shown me at the end of the day, an even exchange to stay in my lane. That everybody's not supposed to be part of my journey, and that's okay. Someone that's truly praying for themselves, not against themselves. That energy has different, self-reflecting. Something that you couldn't get in tune with. Neighbor, is understanding your true self-awareness. Someone is recognizing they smile. They smile on the inside and it shows on the outside how the math is actually adding up. Someone is truly blossoming. To see themselves woke at the end of the day, not to get discouraged when they come to someone's pain at the end of the day. They know how it feels at the end of the day for someone not to choose and to show up for them, respect them at the end of the day. They know how it feels for someone to try to psych them out their thought process when it come to one-sided conversations where someone's trying to sneak diss them, put them in secret competition at the end of the day. And all they was doing was understanding the even exchange to choose themselves, to recognize that then they are worthy. When you try to dim they light that day, when it came to your pain, truly one-sided. Someone is truly smiling often, something that you can't relate to. It makes you hate you because you can't get in tune with yourself to truly be real with you. And that sounds really uncomfortable. And I truly hope that you find peace within to understand at the end of the day that that innocent person wasn't the issue. Someone chose themselves to love themselves. Someone truly believed themselves to pray for themselves. Something that you couldn't get in tune with self-reflecting. That energy is different. Loving yourself is not a crime, and I say that respectfully. It really be the thought process to me. When it comes to these one-sided mind games, when someone truly knows how to smile to go within. Trauma and pain was in door with them too. But they knew how to show it for you. Not to go against you, something that you're not used to. When it come to common sense, what was your issue? You swearing up and down that everybody's pain and trauma is the same. But something that you couldn't relate to was actually understanding self-growth to mentally go within. What a disaster. You try to dim somebody's light, trying to run game at the end of the day. He say, she say, running back to them, and only realize at the end of the day, it definitely wasn't an even exchange. You got innocent people at the end of the day going against an innocent person who became a victim of hate crime at the end of the day, all because of your one-sided mindset. Misery loves company. It really be the thought process for me. Or because someone tied they shoe differently and they knew how to love themselves and they wasn't looking for your acceptance because they understood at the end of the day, God was truly showing them their way when they came to their faith, something that you can relate to with self-awareness. My concept is not for everybody. It's not. But loving yourself is not a crime, and I say that respectfully. You know, regardless to your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, or your age, always be yourself. Regardless to who gave up on you or overlooked you. And I say this respectfully. Never stop becoming your best self vision of yourself. Regardless if someone says, you whack, you're corny, you ain't nobody. Say, you whack, you're corny, you ain't nobody. Say, you whack, you're corny, you ain't nobody. And God is giving you order in your life. Showing you at the end of the day you wasn't trying to dim your light. You know how it feels at the end of the day for certain folks to overlook you before actually getting to know you. They disrespect you to take your kindness so weakness, only realize they shortchange themselves. And guess what? You was willing and able to better yourself. You know how it feels to lose everything mentally. And I say that respectfully. Being homeless, The lack of love and respect from your folks at the end of the day that was supposed to protect you. They was doing sport in a toxic way, trying to humiliate your character at the end of the day, but somebody who truly wasn't. Or because they had controlling issues because you truly was anointed. Because God was truly favoring you, showing you at the end of the day that you was truly worthy to see your light one day. And they didn't want you to see that opportunity. It's a thought process to me. Or that unhealthy relationship. Wow, it was real that day. They was really jealous of you at the end of the day. They didn't know how to love you, respect you when you knew how to show up for somebody, regardless to their pain. All alone, a stranger in the street. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. You knew how to say thank you and no thank you. You knew how to respect your neighbor with no misintentions. But they truly shortchanged you. Didn't matter who it was. You had folks walking in and out of your life that said they loved you, but they didn't have your back. You had folks walk into your life that took your kindness or weakness, wanted you to live in fear and be discouraged. You had folks trying to humiliate you, clout chasing, looking for an evil dollar at the end of the day to dim your light, only to project lies on you. It wasn't an even exchange, but you still chose you. This type of stuff happens every single day. You put a name to your book. It really be the thought process. Me, when you becoming your best self vision of yourself, never get discovered because at the end of the day, someone tried to dim your light. I said what I said, try. They don't understand how you truly protect it. When that spell work wasn't working at the end of the day, dang, you went to that practitioner, you went to that spiritualist person at the end of the day, that tarot reader, that healer, that chiropractor, whoever the case may be. But dang, you still doing your thing. Becoming your best self vision of yourself. Don't dim your light when it comes to your pain. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everybody. It's not. And it's okay to smile. Not only is it okay to smile, but it's okay to love yourself and look in the mirror to recognize who you are. That you are somebody. When they say, you whack, you're corny, you are nobody. They said you whack, you're corny, you are nobody. Then you continue to show up. Never dim your light. You know, certain folks will project lies on you at the end of the day. But God got the last say. And I say that respectfully. When you least expect it. Because God works in mysterious ways. It wasn't an even exchange, neighbor. You took notes at the end of the day, only realized that, dang, you fell short when it came to your own test. Trying to run game. Hey, it's the thought process, me jackass. Hope you find peace within your own lane one day. Leave innocent people alone. Always be yourself. Always be yourself. Regardless if that job opportunity didn't work out for you, God's got something better in store for you, and I say that respectfully. Just because someone didn't know how to love you or respect you, or they took your kindness or weakness, or they disrespect you, never lose sight of they becoming your best self vision of you. Because someone didn't know how to show up for you. And it wasn't an even exchange. Because you was willing to meet them halfway. And they shortchanged you that day. But you ain't shortchanged yourself when it came to your blessing. Because you are the blessing to yourself. And I say that respectfully. I am the original owner of all of my content. Naya, genuine love, respect. I surface time to the genuine ones only. Have a safe day. Have a safe remaining weekend. And have a safe remaining year. Peace and respect, your neighbor. Stop the violence, humanity, you're worthy. Peace and respect, your neighbor. Stop the violence, humanity, you're worthy. Getting discouraged today, nah, that wasn't part of God's time. Definitely wasn't part of God's timing. That was only the enemy talking, wanting you to dim your light. The enemy didn't want you to become your best self vision of yourself, but God was truly directing you to show up for you when you wasn't trying to hurt nobody. My content is not for everybody, and that's okay. God is not for sale, and God has never been for sale. And I respect the fact that you do disrespect me at the end of the day. Just know, God works in mysterious ways. Just be mindful how you treat people. Because what you're disrespecting being brought towards me, somebody else may not be able to understand and relate to it. And I say that respectfully, because you got people out here psyching themselves with their own freedom. And it's not right. All because of the fact that you have controlling issues. You can disrespect me all day long. But my content is not for everybody. It's not. And it's so unhealthy to see how people would sit there and go out their way and disrespect somebody. And the person is just in their own lane, minding their business. They don't even know who you are. They don't care to know who you are, honestly. But you have so much hate and animosity within you. You really think it's really bothering me. Not everybody is like the next person. Just like everybody don't tie their shoe the same. Just like everybody's digestive system is not the same. It's a thought process for me. How you're truly one-sided, trying to discourage me. Hell, you only playing your own face, jackass. I said what I said. Oh, hey, neighbor. Any negative energy to evil eye, return back to sender. You ain't your mammy. I said what I said. Because I didn't send for you. You bothered by me at the end of the day. And I ain't even got to do nothing to you. It tells a lot about your character. And I say that respectfully. I truly hope that you find peace within. No, for real, for real. My content is not for everybody. It's not. I don't have malicious intentions towards my neighbor. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. We may not pray the same. And I say that respectfully. But I still know how to respect my neighbor. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. Regardless to your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, or your age. It's a thought process to me. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. Oh, what did I want to say? I think I wanted to say something else. Oh, yeah. I did want to say this. Just because someone was born into a family of witches at the end of the day, certain people don't pick up those bad habits. Playing with sport in a toxic way or having that mindset of going against their neighbor. Just like certain individuals raised in a household with addicts, drug addicts, you know what I'm saying? Or people was incarcerated, in and out of penitentiary, you know what I'm saying? It's a thought process to me. Some people didn't choose that lifestyle. So be mindful and wise when judging a book by its cover, neighbor. And I say that respectfully. You know, some people said, I don't want to be like my mother and my father. I don't want to be like my uncle. I don't want to be like my cousin. Regardless of their upbringing at the end of the day and what they saw in their household or what they saw around them when it came to their peers and adults around them. Some people had a choice when it came to free will. You know what? I don't want to be like those people. I don't want to do what they do. I want to go a different route. So when you think that because someone is a witch at the end of the day, it's not all bad witches out here. There are good witches out here too. That's like me sitting there judging you, neighbor, at the end of the day. You never did one day in jail. But your father was a murderer. Your father was a convicted criminal. In and out of jail your whole entire life. The system already labeled you, but I didn't label you. You chose a different path. I know a lot of my peers that I grew up with at the end of the day. They didn't go down that route. When it came to their parents being addicts, they didn't go down that route. Or their parents was in and out of jail. They didn't go down that route. They decided to love their children that they brought into this world to show them a better, different life. Because you know what they said? I don't want to be like my moms and my pops. And I say that respectfully. It really be the thought process to me. How people quick to judge somebody at the end of the day because of their upbringing. Or people are quick to stereotype somebody. Oh, well, you a witch, you a witch, you a bad witch. All right? I'm not a bad witch. But if I wanted to be, I could have. But I didn't choose that route. It was unhealthy. Things that I saw. I couldn't hurt somebody. And I say that respectfully. The things that I saw. My name is Naya Genuine Love Respect. I chose to love me. I chose to respect my neighbor with no malicious intentions, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully, and I totally understand at the end of the day, if you can agree to disagree when it comes to someone's upbringing. Just because someone wasn't in a household to love you or respect you at the end of the day, or someone didn't show you that love and respect, some people choose to be mean and be bullies to who they pick and choose to be. But then you got the folks who saw this type of behavior and said, no, I can't be like that. I saw it my whole entire life. I saw what it made people do. I saw how people felt during the moment of them expressing themselves. I saw people wanting to cite their own self out their freedom at the end of the day because they was dealing with depression because someone bullied them every single day. This type of stuff happens every single day and it's not the norm. My content is not for everybody. But I am Naya Genuine Love Respect, and I am the original owner of all of my content. And it's currently September 28th, 2024, and it's currently 6:42. I'm closing out this video. I truly preach the time to the genuine ones only. Loving yourself is not a crime. Just because your upbringing was a certain kind of way, regardless of your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, your age, you have free will. It's a thought process for me. You could choose to be the bad guy, you could choose to be the good guy. You put a name in your book. When it comes to being a bully, stereotyping, one-sided, it'd be the thought process for me. Everybody's not meant to be part of your journey. And don't hold you back because you're holding on to certain relationships in your life because you can't get a grip of removing this person out of your life and all they doing is holding you back. How you saying that you want to elevate and prosper in life, but you got certain folks around you at the end of the day that's truly dimming your light. Literally dimming your light. You feel like everything is going right in your life, but then once you get into a certain area of your life, you're like, dang, I'm only taking 20 steps backwards when I'm supposed to be going 20 steps forward. It's okay to let go of certain individuals that don't belong in your life. And I say that respectfully, regardless if it's family or not. Because everybody has to be part of your journey. My content is not for everybody. It's not. Ooh. Ow. My butt fell asleep! I gotta go! Ow. It's a thought process for me. Uncut. I'm original. I'ma always be myself. It's a thought process for me. And always be yourself. With no malicious intentions towards your neighbor. Thank the world. Naya Genuine Love Respect. I treat praise down to the genuine ones only, and I say that respectfully. Thank you to the genuine ones that's been very respectful towards me. I truly appreciate that so much. I really do. And to the negative energy at the end of the day, I truly hope that you find you and love you properly one day. And it's, you know what I say? How this type of stuff happens every single day. How when people truly sit there and pick and choose who they want to bully, but then hide their hands at the end of the day. And it takes a crowd for you to feel confidence within you. And because it takes a crowd for you to feel like you more confident, it just goes to show you at the end of the day that something is mentally wrong with you. And I say that respectfully, because it would never have to take a crowd for me to speak up on something at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. Where you at? Where you at? I'm sitting here by myself and I'm speaking up against something that's not right. Bullyism, regardless of how old you are, it's not right. And I say that respectfully. I don't care if anybody call me stupid, slow, retarded at the end of the day about what I'm saying. Because there's another generation that's coming up, and they need to know that at the end of the day, this is not the norm. To pick and choose who you want to bully. And especially when someone don't got malicious intentions towards you. And they truly in their own lane. You know, they say pick on somebody your own size. But then when you realize at the end of the day that, dang, people be picking on people that's not their own size at the end of the day. Or when you do pick on somebody that's your own size at the end of the day, it's like, dang. When you come across the right one, it's like, dang, you poked the bear, didn't like the reaction. Oh! Now, how do you like the feeling of being bullied? It's truly uncomfortable. Be mindful what you project into the universe, and I say that respectfully. And God sees what you're doing. And it's sad and disturbing to see how people pick and choose who they want to bully. You pick and choose who you want to bully, and then people paint you out to be somebody like, oh, no, that person is not like that. But behind closed doors, at the end of the day, God saw what you was doing. Bully, 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 bully. Leave innocent people alone, bully. I gotta go. I need a nap. It's a thought process for me. Always be yourself. Being a bully ain't the way. Having jealousy and envious within you at the end of the day, you ain't gonna get too far in life. And I say that respectfully. Regardless of how much money you got in the world. It's a thought process for me. I gotta go! Now your genuine love, respect. I say preach the time to the genuine ones only. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. Don't give up on yourself. Regardless to who gave up on you or overlooked you. You matter. Keep being patient with your process. Keep being patient with you to choose you. You know, healing trauma and pain will never be an overnight process, let alone it's not a race. But to understand those wounds that was endured with you from a child point of view going into your adulthood, to actually recognize it at the end of the day, sometimes it's not easy to see. Because it's going to truly make you so uncomfortable. Be patient with your process. And I truly mean that. Like, loving you is not a crime. And God will send all the right people into your life when you least expect it. And I say that respectfully with no malicious intentions. You dealt with enough. When it comes to lack of love, respect, and trust at the end of the day, when it comes to when you've been abandoned, God will send all the right people into your life. Pray for you, not against you. Don't allow yourself to become your own worst enemy. And I say that respectfully. Because respect is a two-way street. Because when God places the right people into your life, not the enemy, but when God places the right people into your life, they come into your life to respect you, not take your kindness for weakness, not to manipulate you, humiliate you, disrespect you. But their intentions is genuine and true. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. And days when you can't even see. The real one walks into your life not to kick you down or discourage you. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. But loving yourself is not a crime. I gotta go. I need a nap. Have a good day. Now you're doing with love and respect. Gotta go. Thank you for your time, and I truly appreciate it to the genuine ones only. Thank you for your time.